like that against like Fonzie's team. I
Yeah.
think Fonzie's team would want to be in their face rocketing. Like I think that's a winning formula against their team.
Well, I
Um,
think that the best railing teams is Bubbly's team. Um, Queen's pretty good, and
yeah,
Extinction they're pretty
I,
good
I
too.
I think we can outrail Queen. So I'm thinking specifically about Tiny's team.
Okay.
So like Tiny's team, I think I think we have some strong rocketers on our team, but I just don't think we quite
Mhm.
are up to par with their team. And even like
Well,
even Solo and Lex have been like Lex has improved a ton in the last like 4 weeks. I've noticed just from when we've scrimmed him like a month ago to now, like he's been putting in a lot of work and his rockets have improved quite a bit.
yeah.
So they don't really have like a weak lineup.
So I'm gonna say something. So they fucking got crushed by Extinction, and I feel like maybe loading up our LG lineup versus Queens might be a smarter idea than trying like a rocketer, like a rocket centric comp. Like playing, I think Torin,
I mean, we're only going to
Torin.
have like one substitution, so it's either going to be
Yeah, it's just gonna be
uh,
me.
so I wouldn't worry about the lineup necessarily. I'm thinking more of the strategy, like how we defend
Yeah,
or how we attack. And I think they definitely put together a winning formula because
yeah,
they weren't up in their face rocketing with Queens. They're not going to win that way. So they were keeping them at arm's length at LG and rail distance.
yeah.
And I think Devious and Jay do not have strong LGs. I mean, Devious is better LG, but I think any one of our top 4 or 5 guys can out LG Devious and
Yeah,
Jay.
I totally
And
agree.
so the only ones you'd have to worry about are Tiny and Lex. And Tiny's LG is like strong,
Mhm.
but it's not like Fonzie's LG. Um,
No.
so I think that would be our best bet. So on a map like Campgrounds, and Trinity, I think plus back would we might even want to start out that way, throw them off. And
Okay.
uh, I played a map recently. It was actually like 2 months ago. It was just like a random pickup game, but it was me and Powertrain were on one team, and then like another okay player, and then we had like a guy with like 200 elo on our team
Mhm.
against a pretty decent lineup before.
Mhm.
Obviously, we were top heavy, but we only it was basically 3-on-4, um, and basically what Powertrain did was he started calling out like at the beginning of each round whether we would go top or back, and so basically mixed it up. Like we started top and then we went back like 3 rounds, and then we went top, and then we went back 2 rounds, and then up top 2 rounds, and then back one. I mean, we it was just like totally random, and the
Was
other
this
team
overkill?
literally. Oh no, this is on Asylum.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have specified that. So um, basically, the idea was the other team literally had no idea what to do. Like they were just running around at the beginning of the round, and they couldn't organize. Obviously, that's different with comms, but even with comms, like I, if we can confuse a team like that and we've actually prepared for it, I don't even think it matters like how good their aim is or how strong their rockets are. Like if we can keep them on their heels like the whole map, I I think that we could outplay anybody easily.
Yeah, I agree.
But the challenge with that is it would require some preparation. We'd want to probably do some in-house scrims where half of us play, like that, and then the other half have to respond, basically. Um, and then just to kind of get a feel for it, like what works, what doesn't, because you know, I wouldn't want to try that in a match for the first time because a lot of things can go wrong when you play plus back. Like you have to be very organized
Yeah.
and you don't want anyone to get caught out. So that's why generally teams won't play that way. But if we are like, on the same page and communicating well, I think, we could really throw teams off, and it would, especially against. I know Fonzie's team has been practicing a ton, and Tiny's team. So like, I don't think we can really expect to win the same way that we have in the regular season. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to
I agree.
do some crazy things.
I know that two teams that like to throw in really weird shit that like most of the other teams don't is I know Glide's team plays really weird on some maps. Like on Trinity, they went plus back versus I can't even remember, but it was like 2 matches ago. They went plus back versus their team they were facing on Trinity because they were losing like the
Hmm.
standard play, and then they ended up like sweeping them after
I
playing like
remember that. I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
So I
That
know
was,
I know this team's gonna play really fucking weird, and I know that Fonzie's team plays really weird on some maps too. Like, cause even in our scrims, Fonzie was like conceding top and just playing plus back versus us. It didn't work, but
yeah.
and honestly, I'm not. I think I'm more scared of Queens and Glide's team in playoffs. But
Yep.
anyways, so yeah, I'm totally down doing plus back. I think that it'll work better on Trinity than on campgrounds, but we can try it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, I think at some point, I don't know how long we're gonna have in between the regular matches and the playoffs. I don't know. Do we know when the playoffs start?
hang on, let me pull it up.
Because if we have like a week or two to practice, I think it would be well worth our while to just do some in-house scrims and with a ringer or two and try some of those things.
Yeah, so right here, playoffs start on the 14th, and for week one, it's like directly after, and then playoffs round two will be us, so the 21st through 12
Hmm.
5.
So we'll have like an extra week to just practice.
Yeah,
So I
and
think we
that's
should take
assuming
advantage.
people actually do practice. I try
Well,
to fucking
I think what come playoff time, I think Jesse and Torin will be a little bit more. I mean, Jesse's been playing, but I think Torin and Fox might be more present, hopefully.
It sounded
So
like from today, Jesse just wants us to work on individual stuff, but I think
yeah, I
working
mean,
as a team's.
I think no, I agree with everything that Jesse said. Um, you know, you can do both. Like, we're not going to spend like 4 or 5 hours a day practicing as a team. We're really only going to spend like, you know, 2 hours here, 2 hours there.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of time in between to get some individual practice in.
yeah,
Like I've been practicing probably, you know, probably an average of like 2 to 3 hours every day since basically the season started. So
yeah. I know, dude. I feel like me and you have learned a lot, like just from playing fours. Like when we started
yeah.
from to now, I think me and you specifically, have
Yeah,
learned a
I,
lot.
dude, I watched a demo of mine just randomly, from like not even that long ago, like literally just a year ago. And I actually didn't play Quake, from January of this year up until like basically August. Like I went on a 7 or 8 month hiatus. But so basically where I left off, I watched a Fours game I had in Asylum, and man, it was bad. So like the just in I think even just like the first 2 weeks of this season, I think KGB's assessment of me was accurate at the beginning of the season. I think round four was
No,
correct.
I disagree.
Um,
I
I mean,
100% disagree.
maybe, but the way I was playing and like where my mind was, I think it was
Yeah,
correct. But
yeah,
once I made a few adjustments, I actually like, you know, I wanted to improve. I think maybe I had the base
yeah,
to work with, but once I made those changes, then then it definitely changed things. But
yeah. I think
yeah,
his observations were only from tens, and like, I don't think he really ever 1v1'd you very much. So I think that's why he put you there. But yeah,
that's
whatever.
true.
It doesn't matter. But let's go over really quick before I have to go. So let's try to fill in the rest of this if we can.
Sure.
So again, I'm not really sure if Trek should play Strain or if we should have Fox and him
Mm.
just like rocket with you and try
Well,
to
let's see. What
blur.
are the other maps against Glide?
So it's
Uh,
gonna be Quarantine, Asylum, Campgrounds, Overkill, and Trinity.
I think you could put Trek slash Fox, and I think Glide's match in particular will probably play them before KGB, right? I'm assuming,
Um,
maybe.
I hope so, but look, the problem with their scheduling. So let me pull it
Well,
up.
they're not communicating. That's the main problem.
Well, firstly that, but I went to Scorch's stream when he was streaming late one night, and I'm like, dude, I can't schedule this match with Glyde. Like, what should I do? And he's like, well, we like to play at around 10. They like to play their games later, and like judging from their history, they like try to play games later. Like if I just like look at their other like conversations they have or whatever. So like the problem I'm having is we can't really play past 9:30 Eastern during weekdays, and because Torin has to get up at 6 a.m. So like I'm
Mhm.
telling these people, okay, so Wednesday through Thursday, because now Monday and Tuesday we can't do because we need treks no matter what
Yep.
versus this team. So I told them Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday has to be before 9:30, and then on Friday, um, we can play late. I told him that somewhere, I don't remember where, but I told him Friday is good for late night matches here, but they said they can't do Saturday. So it's like, is it gonna be is it gonna happen on Sunday? I guess. Like I don't really know, dude. Like it's just a burden. It's like really hard to schedule with people right now.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. I can be flexible, whatever.
Yeah. My only
But
problem is with Torn. Like I have to have it before 9:30 for him. So it's
yeah,
like, and they don't like doing that. So it's like it's chaotic. But honestly, dude, I want to play these guys before they play pure, so that way maybe they'll throw in their later rounds versus us rather than putting their lower rounds versus pure. Because I think
yeah,
that in their next match they're gonna play their lower rounds because if we look at standings, where are they? Right here. So they have to play. Um, they're trying to play these guys on Thursday. Like if you look at their, where are
mm,
they? Let's find it. Help me find Glyde versus Pure. Here we are. So right now they're trying for Thursday at 10:30 Eastern. So I would
okay,
prefer to play them before them so that we can maybe get in their lower rounders, but I don't really I don't really know,
yeah.
dude.
I mean, it sounds like well, let's see, we're like Wednesday would be the only way we could do that. But
Yeah. Yep.
hmm. I mean, if we played at 10, I could play. I don't know about Torn.
Yeah, I'll ask Torin if that's okay. Like,
But I mean, we don't have to worry about it unless they say something. So,
to be honest, I think that it would be smarter them to play their lower rounders versus Tig in Japan because they have no shot at first. At least Tig in Japan doesn't, in my opinion.
well, I don't know about that because think about it this way. It's not just gaining points for yourself, it's taking away
Yep.
from the opponent. So like they have nothing to gain by taking points away from us. They're not going to pass us. Like
Mhm.
they do have a chance to pass Taken Japan. So if they were smart, they would just load up their strong lineups against Taken Japan and
Okay.
try and win as convincingly as they could, and then take points away from them and give themselves a better chance to maybe pass them into the third seed. And
Yeah.
having a higher seed is very advantageous. So
Yep. Okay, I got you now. Now, my logic on that was
I
reversed.
don't know if they're probably not really thinking that, so it doesn't really matter. But if I was the captain, that would be my thinking.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. Okay, but like so.
So yeah. Anyway, what I was gonna say earlier. So I think we have a great opportunity against Glide's team if we start out the match really well
Mhm.
to get some extra maps in for Trex
Mhm.
during this match, and so. Um, let's see, and even you or Bete, depending on their lineups. So like if they bring like both Scorch and Grimlock in on any particular map, I absolutely think that we should have at least Trex and maybe either you or Bete in on that map. And obviously that would probably be on a map that we load second.
Mhm.
So I think we'll want to pay close attention to a coin toss and which maps we're loading second, and then try and match their lower round players with ours. And that way we give ourselves a better chance to do really well against K2B
Yeah,
just to make sure that we hold on to that top spot.
I think what we should do is just assume like our lineups right now. Just assume it, and then if they do bring in like when they do bring in their lower rounders, then we'll sort of think on the fly there. But let's just have like a
Yes.
baseline. So
Yeah, and that you can put in like different scenarios. So like assuming that we do well, obviously like if we lose like one or two of the first three maps,
mhm.
then we definitely want to win the match. So we'll probably want to keep some stronger lineups in there, and then we'll just have to make it up against KGB. But I honestly think we'll do well against this team.
Okay. Okay, well then okay. So then for the first rough draft, we want to like for the
I
first map.
I might actually prefer to play Fox,
Okay.
because I think it would be if if we start off well and we win that first one convincingly even, then that gives us a lot of flexibility later on in the match.
Okay.
So like
Just
if we get to off to a strong start on like the first two or three maps, then basically the last three maps we can mix and match however we want to and still win the match.
yeah, my only I say contest, I don't know, contrarian thought to that is um I think that Strain is a pretty aim heavy map, and I think that Trex fuck man. Let's just
Trex is an interesting player. Like if Trex is surrounded by strong players, then he can deal a ton of damage. So
me
like
too.
on
I'm the exact same way, dude.
yeah, so like on 19C, um, if we have like me, Jesse, and Fox in there with Trex, he might actually out damage all of us.
Yeah.
Because his dodge is severely lacking. Like I was when we were just in-house scrimming the other day, like he couldn't dodge rockets. Like I was fighting him, and if he's fighting like that in the matches, like anyone who's matched up against him, like if they can shoot rockets, is just having an easy time.
Mhm.
So, but if like let's say me or Jesse or Fox or someone is next to him and the other player decides to double, then he is very capable of just dealing a ton of damage. So, but I think Fox's dodge and decision making is more than makes up for maybe the LG percentage. Like Trex made LG like 55%,
Yeah, but
but
he's
he's
getting
also going to be
clipped.
he's going to be
I
eating
understand
just
what you're
that
saying.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a LG percentage is it's telling, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
Like so just a thought. Like I think just in general, Fox is a better player, and you know even on an LG heavy map, I would still be inclined to have Fox because his decision making, his dodge, and everything is uh just a lot better.
All right. Well, I'll pencil that in for now, but so then
Sure.
let me update this as we go along.
Yeah.
So
Again, like if we happen to be loading second on the first map and Glyde puts in like Scorch and or Grimlock, then absolutely put Trex in there.
all
100%.
right. All right. Let me oops. Hang on, let me
Up,
fix
Bete?
this real quick. What's up, Bete? We're just discussing the plans for the next two matches we have. Hope you're doing well today, man. Okay, so for quarantine, I have loaded Jesse Fox, Michael Stoic. I think that um, I think that Torn doesn't like this map, and
Yep.
I was just looking at like the rest of the maps, and I think that my best fit here for this team, because I have to play one time versus this team, would be quarantine. I was considering Asylum, but I just think that I think that I can, because what Numbers likes to do is he'll start small pad and he'll instantly go to nest. Like he'll
Yep.
like throw one rocket and instantly go to nest. So I think that I
Hmm.
recognize that pretty fast, and I think that me playing here would be beneficial to us. So I think
Yep.
that quarantine is where I should fit here.
Cool.
As far as Asylum, I pretty much loaded Asylum campgrounds and Overkill with Jesse Torrin Michael. However, If we take Asylum off of, if we take Torin off of Asylum here, then that means we can throw him into this spot for Strain, which I think would be pretty helpful versus Kevin's team. It would ensure pretty much the win, I'm thinking. But like,
Mm,
so these are the four possibilities. And I think that because it's such a heavy LG map, I think putting Torin here would be wise. But it we'll go back to that. We're not here yet,
sure.
so let's
Yeah.
go back to that. So as far as this last slot, it's gonna be Fox, Bete, or Trex, depending on if we take out Torin. Now let's talk about positions. So uh, I'm just gonna assume that Jesse's gonna be on stairs versus Glyde, or Torin could be stairs if we keep him here versus Glyde. So then that's gonna mean that Hans likes to play corner. I'm just gonna put corner here.
Actually, might put me or Fox on Glide.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Only because even if it's stairs, like I've actually been playing stairs a lot in pubs.
Mhm.
So I can play that position.
Yeah, I've
Um,
noticed that. Yeah.
and like I've fought Glide on stairs and I can beat him. So
Okay.
Glide might have a tough time against us if we either keep me or Fox on him at all times. I think we can really make his life miserable.
Okay. So then I'll put Fox here. He'll play Cubby, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Jesse Torin top.
I think yeah, I think hmm, it depends where numbers goes, honestly. Like
Pretty sure numbers is gonna go top.
he does he likes that top jump pad area sometimes. I've also seen him play Cubby. Yeah, he's been playing Cubby a lot lately too. Um
Well, I've noticed that Orion plays Cubby like
that's
ninety
true.
percent
That's
of
true.
times.
That's true. Um yeah. Glide will probably go stairs then and yeah, I would put either me or Fox on him. I could even go stairs and then have Torn on top and Fox with Jesse and Cubby, maybe. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Jesse can play anywhere. So hmm,
Just gonna put. Let's put. I like Torn in corner, and I like Jesse top. But that's just me. So
yeah, I think that's good. Um, yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna
think
delete that here.
I
So
think Fox could do well against Orion.
now potential things is we could put Trex in for Fox maybe, but we'll just keep it as this lineup for now as what we have on paper.
Yep,
Okay, so campgrounds is gonna be you, Torrin, Michael, and so it could either be Trex, Bete, or Fox. Wait, let me update this real quick. I forgot to do that.
sure.
So where's Fox? So he's got 3 here. Yeah, so we're good here. So let's go to the next one. So then for campgrounds, which is the bonus map, this one's kind of important. Um, Probably Fox,
Yeah, I
but
think we want to
we'll
play
go back.
Fox on the bonus map.
Okay, so then who wants to play RL?
Probably Fox.
All right, bridge. Who do we want on glide? Or do you want to play rail?
um, that's a good question. That's a very good question. I think. Hmm, they see the thing. I even if Torn doesn't win all his fights, I don't think Glide can punish everyone else on rail like MDO can. Like MDO, he was really good at like if Torn left rail, he's very good at quickly doing a lot of damage on bridge. I just don't think Glide is as quick. So even if I I have Torn rail, even if he doesn't win all his fights, I just I would be more worried about numbers than Glide. So
Okay. All right. So he's gonna play rail for sure. So then this guy's gonna be playing bridge. So now one thing that we need to fucking melt into Fox's head is numbers is gonna throw one rocket at him and instantly go bridge and triple bridge. So he
yeah,
either needs to body block him or he needs to start bridge. That's just it. So we need to let him know that information. But yeah, that's that.
Also, I will say just a quick note that I've noticed watching Glide specifically. Glide is really good at when you have like one-on-one and you get rid of everything else and your ULG. Like he's really good in that situation, but like in like unorthodox situations where there's like vertical or people are changing positions or um, just kind of the general chaos of a clan arena match. His LG isn't necessarily as strong or as dangerous as even like numbers or Hans, I think, because his, his sense is really low, and so he has a hard time like snapping to positions and reacting quickly. I've noticed. So like, and the reason I bring that up is if we decide to like, let's say we're losing the map, and we want to try plus back, I think that would take away one of Glide's strongest weapons, which is his LG at rail. So
Mm-hmm.
just a thought,
Yeah.
if
What
it
do you
comes to that.
What do you think about doing sort of trying out what Fonzie's team did and just sticking two people rail? Because I know he hates getting doubled.
I think we could get like easily 2 or 3 free rounds by doing that. Definitely.
All right.
Like maybe we even start that way. We start the game, get just a couple of free rounds, just doubling rail.
Okay. I'll put a note here. Okay, so let me add in Fox because I think he's played 4 times now versus this team. So he's at 4 here. Okay, so now we need
See,
to.
it'll be interesting because the thing that will happen is um, we'll have to communicate. So basically, like if we double rail, we won't want to have any one bridge. We'll want to have
Yeah,
probably 2 rail and 2 rocket. And if we do like 2 rounds that way, and then we go back to like standard play, we'll have an advantage there too.
yep, I
So
agree.
yeah,
Okay, so let's go to Overkill. So we got Torn, Jesse, Michael. Now, this one's kind of interesting. So we could take Torn off of Overkill, and then that means we could bring him over to Campgrounds for Kevin. And I know he likes that map.
yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay, so then I'm gonna pencil in Fox here, and I'm gonna move him over to Campgrounds. So then
Hmm.
Torin. So then let me add one here for Torin, and let me add another for Fox here. Okay, so now I'm deleting this. So now we need to think about this last position on Overkill is kind of important. I know that Fox is not going to drop from his position if we put him on ledge, and I know
Yep.
Jesse's going to be good at inner ledge. So who do we want on? Who's going to
I think
remain
I,
top with
I
this?
think I think Trex could go. I mean, I'm not scared of that team's rockets. Numbers is really the only one that has good rockets on that team. So outside of numbers, like I think they're going to drop mid almost every round immediately. So yeah, I would have Trex on there.
Okay, so would you want to put Trex front side, or would you want to put him backside,
Um,
or would you want to put him on ledge and have Fox with you on top?
Good
On
question. Are they going to send anyone outer ledge? I haven't really watched them play Overkill very
uh
much.
I'm like 99% sure they're gonna put numbers outer ledge.
Hmm. If they put numbers outer ledge, then maybe Trex on outer ledge.
The
Just
thing
because
is,
there's the literal. Oh
the
yeah, go
thing
ahead.
is, dude, numbers fucking shits on people with rockets now.
Oh, I know. I can't beat him with rockets. I'm aware of that. Yeah.
So
Against
then,
this team,
do we want
maybe we
Fox outer
just
ledge with
maybe we just
numbers?
triple top. Just have one inner ledge, triple top.
Okay, and you're comfortable with Trex playing top with
Yeah.
you guys?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna just mark him here for one.
Trex has pretty decent decision making on overkill from what I've seen. So
Okay, I fucked up somewhere. I think it's here. So
you need to take one off Torin, yeah.
okay, so Trinity, Jesse, Torn, Michael, Fox, or what? Or do we want Trex here?
It depends on how the match is going and who they play.
Okay, I'll put that here then. Now,
Yeah.
Now this is gonna be our penciled in lineup here, and depending on whenever they bring in Grimlock and Scorch, we'll put in Trex. Just we gotta figure out what maps they're gonna do. I don't know how to see in
Yeah,
the
I mean,
future.
it will just have to be on the fly decision.
Okay, and then so now let's move on to Kevin, which potentially might be before these guys.
Yeah.
So for Strain, we've got Stoic, Trex, Jesse, and by the way, the numbers are looking like we have to play Fox twice more that he isn't already in, and we have to play Trex 5 times, and we have to play Bete 2 more times on things that I haven't even put him in. So,
Okay.
so let's see. So Strain. So we probably want. So I've already put Bete on Quarantine and an Asylum because I think that he plays those pretty well. We can obviously take him off if we need to, but
So we'll play Bete on 2 maps in addition to what you have here.
yes, correct.
Okay, so let's just well, Bete's here. What would you rather play? He
So
plays
so Bete, your options are Strain, Campgrounds, Overkill, and Trinity.
if he can hear us.
Yeah, and consider that Trinity is the final map, and Campgrounds is the bonus map.
Hmm. I think maybe we put Bete on Overkill.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that takes away one of his quotas. So let me put 3 here. Now we have to put him on one more map.
and Trinity. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, against KGB's team, I think that would work.
Okay. So who do we want? Bend versus these guys, or TP exit?
Hmm. Let's see. Maybe we get what other quotas do we have to get before we make any decisions?
Fox and
Let's
Trex.
see,
Trex
Trex
has
how
to
many
play
times?
5, dude. He has to play 5 times.
It does he have to play 5 if we play him 3 times against Glides?
Um,
Yo,
what up,
Hey,
man?
what's up?
what's going on, brother?
How's it going? Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. Hell yeah.
So for Bete, so would you want to play Strain, Campgrounds, Overkill, or Trinity?
Hey, whatever. Shit. Whatever map I can fucking fuck them up with rockets.
Okay, what's your probably let me think.
Like a
That
close, little close range one. But
mm-hmm. Get
Strain
those 10
then?
ping rockets right in their face.
Strain? That's close, right?
Um,
that's a little small map.
Yeah, let's
Cause
do
yeah,
that.
bro. Cause let's say if you put me against somebody that got good LG, shit, my LG sucks, and if I miss that first rocket, then shit, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, the thing is, Strain I think is pretty LG heavy too, so it's like hard to pick. Hmm. Let me think. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now we have him at 4 if he's on Trinity, but then we have to decide who's gonna play Tele Exit and who's gonna play Bend for this last spot on Trinity. Whereas if we play Bete on Strain, that sort of opens up more freedom on Trinity. So I'm opting. I'm
I could play Trinity and play Tele Exit.
Yeah,
I've been practicing Tele Exit a lot.
yeah, I can probably play Strain. Wasn't that the first the
That
one
was the
map
first
that
map. Yep.
last night?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That went all right.
They only got one good LGer on Kevin's team, and I doubt they're gonna put Kevin on Bete.
Yeah, they're gonna be strong rockets on on pretty much every map. Just double KGB or triple.
All right, let's think. All right, whatever. I'll just put it here. If I think of stuff later, I'll change it. But I think that's okay. I'm just gonna review this one kind of hard. Okay, so then for quarantine, so we got someone at small pad, we got someone at nest. Who's gonna be our big pad guy, and who's gonna be our other nest player? So we need someone who can contain KGB at big pad, and what KGB likes to do, he plays kind of like Orion, where he's gonna triple nest. He
Yep,
won't stay. So we
I've
need
seen
someone
that. Yeah.
who can adapt quick. So I'm guessing we need.
I mean, if we wanted to prevent him from doubling or tripling too much, you could either put me or Fox on him,
Okay.
or Jesse even.
Yeah.
I,
Fox needs to play twice. So I'm gonna put Fox here. Maybe.
yeah, well, let's get all the quotas done, and then we can see what maps we can fill in.
Okay, so I'll put Fox here once then.
Sure.
Let's look at the rest of the maps real quick.
So
So we
even with Trex playing, I guess you didn't really put him in for sure on a lot of
we've
maps.
only put him 100% on overkill. That's why I was considering putting him on strain
Mm,
versus team.
yeah. Um. Yeah, actually. Hmm. Hmm.
That's why I'm
Yeah, it's
saying,
tough.
dude, this stuff is challenging. That's why I need your help.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I was
I
trying to
get, I
do
got
it.
you. Um. Hmm. Yeah. I think. Oof. Let's go scroll down on KGB side again. I would put let's put bet down Trinity
Okay.
and then play Trex on quarantine
Okay.
and then that maybe me or Jesse on that. I think against KGB's team, uh, as as much as we can have it, we should try and have like two either at least two of either me, Jesse, or Fox
Mhm.
until like the last couple of maps because KGB's team hasn't performed well in the tournament, but they're still a dangerous team.
Oh, absolutely agree,
Um,
man.
so
Expect,
like
dude, Moody has been improving like uh
right,
I've been seeing him, dude. He's
I
been
just don't want to like go in and then just get caught off guard,
100%, dude.
So at like on strain, um, if yeah, I guess to your point, let's see. I say we play Fox on Asylum, like, definitely against KGB. So we just might as well put that in there. I think that gets Fox to his quota.
Yes, it does.
And then we put yeah, you know what? Let's put Trex on strain on uh on numbers team.
Okay. So
And
then
I guess
take
that
off number.
then we get Fox another map against KGB or let's see or Glyde. Or yeah, let's put him again on KGB, I guess.
Yeah, let me fix this. Tricks on KGB. Okay, so we're figuring out where we want to put Fox here. Probably
I mean,
campgrounds.
probably campgrounds, yeah, for sure.
Let me
Um,
fix that.
so,
3.
so that gives us 3 more maps for Trex.
Yeah, we gotta play him 3 more.
Hmm. We could um we could put Trex even on Trinity against Glide's team
Okay.
because Glyde will play tunnel and Glyde will take that fight
Mm-hmm.
100%. So even if Trex like uses plasma or something, I think that can be useful.
Okay.
Um, and then then Trex has 2 maps left.
Okay, let me see if I fucking updated it. So I put him versus here, right? So change that to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need a recount. Sorry. 1.
Yeah, no worries.
So 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 for Jesse. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 for Torin. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Michael. And we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, that adds up. Let's do this side real quick. So I know I'm already playing also. Let's do Fox. So 1, 2, 3, and he meets his quota. And then we got Jesse 1, 2, 3, and then Torin is gonna be on campgrounds, and then Trex has 1, 2, 2 so far, and then Bete's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to play Trex 2 more times, and we still have 3 extra slots to do with whatever we want. So
Okay.
so we
Um,
cannot play. So it's gotta be either Asylum, Campgrounds, Overkill, and Trinity. We have to put Trex on 2
okay,
more
2 of those 4,
times.
right?
Yes, correct.
All right. Let's put hmm,
Now let's think about this. So
yeah.
if we play him on Trinity, who would play Tele Exit would, I guess, be me versus Kevin. Jesse would be on, I'm guessing, Sotrix or Moody in Tunnel. Bete would probably play Small Pad, so we'd need someone to play Bend. So Trinity's going to be our closer map. So I'm personally leaning towards playing you as
Hmm. I would
first,
let's see.
or we could
Hmm.
play Fox
I, would-
and he would be a
I
TP.
would probably rather play Asylum. Let's see. What's the
Okay,
first strain? Is the first map?
correct,
So
correct.
I'm just thinking we want to get off to a strong start
Okay,
against this team
so
so
then,
that we can establish early. Um, hmm, hmm. Let me just think about this for a second.
yep, I can make it smaller if you need. Want to see them all? See, are you able to see that? Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
Hmm.
You know, we could
We could
put.
put. I think I'd like to play Asylum.
Okay.
Um,
I was gonna say. Let me add that real quick. Your asylum. So I was gonna say we could put Trex on Overkill since that's not like a bonus
yes, yeah,
map.
I think let's do that. Probably the last 2 maps, I would say. Yeah.
Maybe. Let me think about that more. Hold on. So we have to play one more time.
I mean,
Now.
if we can win like 10-0 or 10-1 on campgrounds,
Uh huh.
um, then I think like if you put either me or Jesse on campgrounds, I think we win 10-0 or 10-1 or 2 or whatever. Then
Yep. Let me think.
can help
Hold
a
on.
lot.
So big pad. We want Fox on Kevin.
Yeah, I think so.
That would mean Trex and someone else on Nest. Or we could play. Alright, this. Let's get quarantine. Let's think about this.
I'd rather play Jesse on quarantine, and then oh no, wait, sorry. Yeah, so Trex has
He's has one game to play that he's not already on. So his options are Trinity, Campgrounds.
he's already on
Yeah,
quarantine. So yeah,
yeah.
those two. Um,
This is worth
yeah,
more than Trinity. So
yeah,
maybe
I'd rather do that.
now. Now 1 second. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, well, let's just edit this since I just put that in. So everyone's met their quota. Now we have 2 slots to do with whatever we want for campgrounds and quarantine.
Mhm.
Now for quarantine, I'm okay playing small pad. I'm okay playing nest. Uh, big pad, I'm not 100% confident. I mean, I would try it, but I think that. So Trex, where would we want him at nest then?
Yeah, probably Nest.
Okay. So then our options. We're almost done. Just we have to think
No
about these
worries, man.
guys
I
too.
mean, at this point, it's probably up to you. And matchups like probably, I guess either me or Jesse. Um,
Yeah, yeah, definitely you or Jesse. I'm just trying to decide. You know, we could put Bete on quarantine. We could put him on here. No, no, we can't do that. Hold on.
I think Bete plays Bend pretty well on Trinity. So I'd like Bete on Trinity,
So
and
so 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 I think that okay, we might need Jesse on Kevin at TP exit, and then Trex would be open to be tunnel. I'm guessing on Moody, and I know Trex destroyed Moody the last time.
mhm.
If they play Sotrix on Bend, which I doubt they will, I don't know. I have to watch their matches. Um, I'm pretty confident. Like the only people who give me trouble, at least that I remember, because I haven't played Kevin's team in a long time. I know that I go like 50-50 versus Mers. I know Sotrix eliminates me. Maybe we put Jesse on Sotrix and me on Kevin, I guess. And just
Yeah,
hope
I,
that these three win their fight.
yep, yep. I mean, yeah, I think that could work.
I want someone who can destroy Sotrix as if he's
Yeah,
treated or whatever.
Jesse will eat Sotrix up.
Yep. So
Um,
probably tunnel for him, and then I have no idea where. It just depends on where Sotrix is. So I can't really put anything there for now. So then let's think again. So back to quarantine. So we've got all the quotas. So it could be Michael. It could be Jesse here. Now if we have Jesse, then that means that he'll be on Kevin on Big Pad. I'll be on Nest, and that means Fox and Trex will be, or I mean,
yeah.
I'll be on Small Pad. That means these two will be Nest. If I played, so I'm just gonna pencil it in here, but I might put you here. It just depends. I'm gonna think about
I
it.
will say that they're I've played very well against KGB's team because there's just they don't have anyone on their team that can shoot rockets
Hmm.
other than Sotrix.
Yeah, I
So
think that Mers is all right too.
he's all right, but like the first like two scrims we played against him, I had a hard time against him,
Hmm.
and then once I figured out his dodge, I was
He likes to take a step back. He'll he'll
yeah,
he'll he'll feign going forward or even stay still, but once the countdown starts, he walks back every single
yep,
time.
hmm yeah.
GB. So
But it's up to you. I mean, I'm fine either way on that and campgrounds.
now,
I think
so Torn would
we'll win
play
either way.
rail. Uh, I don't want to play Sotrick, so I'd be at bridge. Fox would be RL. So that means we need another person bridge, which would be you. So
Sure.
then, let's see. So we have to put four for you, and then two for you. I think you're playing twice versus this team, right? One, two. Yeah. Now I'm almost done. Let me just process for a sec. Stoke Jesse Fox. I think we can win quarantine pretty well. I might need to switch with, depending on who they play at small pad, I might need to switch with Fox. Because if they play Sotrix at small pad, then I'm probably going to bring Fox there.
Mhm.
And then I could play Nest with Trex, and I think we could win Nest. I know Fox will double Kevin with Jesse a lot. I know their teamwork is good, so I think that's good. Now let's move on to here real quick. Bridge, RL, bridge. Now I have to fucking stay top on bridge, which I struggle with, but we'll see.
It's good. Good practice. I mean, that goes back to the one-on-one practice that Jesse was talking about.
I could even just like do maximum damage to Kevin at rail and have Torn at bridge with you. Does Torn fall off bridge?
Um, yeah. But I mean, KGB is going to be tough at rail, man. He's. I've never actually played him at rail, but he's just a really smart player.
I don't know.
Like,
I've
I think your damage output would be a lot more on bridge. I think you
okay.
can match up well against their rocketers.
All right.
Um, we can even we could even if you have time put in some dodge practice in between now and then just on bridge.
Yeah.
I don't think it would take much. I think it would just take maybe a couple of hours of just working at it, and then I think you'd be surprised.
You know, I think they're gonna play T-Log on this map because that's his favorite map in the whole game. And I know
Sure.
T-Log doesn't like me, like he literally hates me, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna play him versus me a lot. So, and I don't have a problem with that. I,
Well, ultimately he'll do whatever KGB tells him to do. So,
yeah.
but they'll probably play him and Monster a few times. I don't know
Yes.
how many Monsters played, but
Their quotas look like this, right here.
yeah, they've got to play Monster
So
a ton.
Sotrix, they have to play a shitload. And Monster is not bad. I would say he's better than Grim. I would say he's
Well, I
better
mean,
than T-Log.
he was a round four player as a round six, so yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty good.
Yeah. Now I, dude, don't underestimate Moody, man. He's improved a lot. I promise you.
Oh,
I
I
don't.
believe it. I've played all these guys in pubs, so I'm pretty familiar with how they play.
Yeah, Mers. He hasn't been playing, so it's probably not going to be doing that good. So
No,
I could probably take Mers pretty well.
I think his elo's like 14 something at this point.
Yeah, which I feel bad, but whatever.
I know, I do as well. But what are you gonna do?
So I think that what do we want to do different versus this? Our overkill
Um,
game is gonna suck.
yeah, man. Well, hopefully we're far enough ahead in the match that it won't really matter. And
If we win, say, assume we win these four, that'll probably bring us what 75 ish, maybe.
Yeah, man. And I can tell you, like, their team, I mean, actually, by the time we play them, they'll have gotten in a lot of practice just from matches. Like, they're basically going to be playing what, four matches this week.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah, they'll probably have a lot of practice. And sorry, what were you gonna say?
No,
I'm
I
just
want to
thinking a
get
lot
like
here.
I'm trying to get 80 points versus this team.
Yeah, honestly, like I think we have a good chance of getting a really good score against Clyde's team. Just looking at their quotas and seeing how we've saved a lot of our strong matchups against them, I think we'll do pretty well against Clyde's team.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that we get to play them before pure. That'd be cool, but oh well. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
fine either way.
yep. And then so for oh yeah, so this is Queens's roster. So no matter I did like the math on it, and no matter what, two of the maps they have to have SD and Cybotron, no matter what. And they're gonna
Hmm.
be playing Skinner now. My only gripe is I really, 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 really hope that Skinner stops playing himself, which I don't think he will. I think he's exactly like he's like a fate or a reserved clone, pretty much.
Yeah.
So look, if he doesn't play versus Tiny and Fonzie and he plays it smart, this is what he could do. He could have Airbucks Ball and Johnny P versus Tiny's team like most of the rounds, which I feel like because Tiny has to play where are they? They have to play SD and Cybo. You know, if he played it the way that I have it speculated, I think that he could actually take the game off of Tiny's team.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they did not do well against us, but they're a dangerous team. I mean, they've won a couple matches and they've taken some maps off some good teams, and they've just got really good players. So I think absolutely they could take a map or two, if not more.
I'm thinking of trying to persuade Skinner not to play. Like,
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, honestly, as long as we all show up to the matches and do decent, I there's no chance that Tiny's going to catch up. I mean, they only scored like what 70 something points in their last match.
mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, I'm not too worried. All we got to do is just make sure we
Dude,
play pretty well in the remaining matches, and we'll do fine.
I was so upset that they didn't play Ziha,
Yeah,
their
man, that was kind of a
reserves
bummer.
team, dude. Dude, if they had played Ziha and Namaste and Twigs, I think that this would be like 50 points here
Yep.
instead of 70, dude. I was like, oh, I was so devastated, dude. But whatever. Oh yeah, so here's what our trajectory looks like. So they're at 684 and they're a map ahead or they're a match ahead right now. So if we can do really well against these two, like really well against Kevin or really well against Glyde and then like average and then average, like we
I
will.
think we're gonna do well against both.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. And as we just got to make sure we don't score a 45. As long as we don't score a 45, then we'll be fine.
All right, let's just see what that does.
Then it's really close.
I don't think I don't think we'll score a 45, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like with the lineups we have, yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
I mean, Jesse's just been playing too well. Like, yeah, he's
Dude,
been
honestly,
practicing a lot.
I don't know who's better between you and Jesse right now, to be honest.
I mean, it really depends. Like in an open area with LG, he's going to get me like 75% of the time. But if I have a chance to like trap him in a corner with rockets, so it's really just situational.
Okay,
But
we
like,
need to figure out our Trinity, man. Our Trinity sucks.
yeah, plus back, man. That's we'll pull it out in the playoffs. But I'm not even joking. Like, especially like Like if you're in the game, I think if we play plus back, like I think you become on par with any of the strong players in the tournament. I think that's really it's suited to your comfort level,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah, I agree. Dude, I felt so shitty choking like a couple of rounds. Like one of them, it was versus Mercion on campgrounds, and I feel like if I won that round, we could have won the match. It was when he railed me on mid level when we were both railable, and like
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't expect him to be there at all, dude. Like,
I mean, Mercion's got a decent rail, so I wouldn't,
yeah,
be too worried about that. But
and
um,
and versus Asylum, dude, I should have been on Mercion like the whole map, but whatever.
yeah, I mean, it was tough. I mean, we really didn't have an answer for MDO on some of those maps, so I think if I had to redo it, um, I would probably have gone tunnel,
You know what really
and
sucked? Oh, go ahead.
y-
Sorry.
and at least gone 50-50 with MDO. I think
Yeah,
that would have been better than just getting doubled on bend.
yeah. And another issue, dude. So what threw a wrench in the gears was we had to play our Asylum lineup on Strain, and we had to play our Quarantine lineup on Asylum. So that kind of threw us off a little bit.
Yeah.
It
But I
wasn't
mean,
really planned.
we missed out on a few points. But
It
you
was
know,
so close, dude. If we didn't win the bonus maps, it was 44 to 43.
I know, man. I know.
That's as
But
close as it gets.
that's how well you've planned it out, right? Like
Yeah.
you kind of plan, you kind of like do some risk mitigation, and you plan for certain maps to not go your way. And
Yeah.
you know, we've still like this and Demex's team, like we didn't play very well, but we still won the match
Yeah.
because just of the roster management.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty good.
All right. Well, I'm assuming we're gonna play KGB's team first,
Mm.
cause Glyde hasn't gotten back to me. So we'll try to rely on this pretty hard,
All right.
and then have our strong lineup versus Glyde. I think this was better planned over here, and I
Yep.
think
I mean,
this is gonna.
you've been kind of planning all season for that, so
Yeah, I think that this is gonna be a hard match for us, especially considering like the maps where it's me, Bette, and Trex. Like I fucking suck at overkill, but I have to play it, and just we have to learn not to fall, or if we do fall, just to like coordinate it, or even going up if we already fell. Like it's just overkill is so much coordination for me, and then Trinity, I'll just try to hold back Kevin while Jesse destroys everybody, and then Strain. I think so. Who do we want on Kevin for Strain?
I think we want two people on Kevin every round.
Yeah. So
And
Jesse
if he
and
backs
Trex.
off, then I don't know. I think you want to just have Bete, and I think
Actually,
I think you want Jesse on KGB maybe, and then
Bete double is what I'm thinking.
Bete just doubling. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Cause Bete was like a hound dog on MDO when I was watching that match from the streamer's
Yep.
perspective, and he would like not let him run away. It was pretty funny. So I think that putting Bete and Jesse
Yeah,
on
man.
Kevin.
I've played so many matches where like I think I've run away, and then Bete just puts two rockets in me and that's it. So I think that could work.
Yeah. So then quarantine. I'm pretty confident on quarantine will win this. Yeah, like 99% sure on quarantine. Asylum.
Yeah, with me and Fox in there,
So,
think it's
so
gonna
who's
go
gonna
well.
be on stairs?
I could go stairs.
All right,
Like
stairs.
again, like I've been practicing stairs in cubby pretty much exclusively. Like in pubs, I'm almost never on top. I'm always either stairs or cubby. So I've been trying to become a more versatile player.
Okay, let me think about this real quick. So Kevin's probably gonna play top or cubby. Now if he's cubby, me and you can just double the shit out of him, and if he's top, Fox can stay. Do we want Fox on him at top?
I think we'll want Fox on top.
Alright.
Just I think he can control top almost
Okay.
single-handedly.
If
So
if I do go corner, like if I have to switch with Bete for whatever reason, if I do go corner, try to play like lower stairs, or even like that little bridge between stairs and cubby if you can. Because what I like to do when I play corner is I like to sort of back up to the stairs a little bit. I kept, so the problem I was running to when we were playing on Trinity or on Asylum yesterday is I kept crossing with Fox. Like me and him
yep,
were bumping backs, and just it was just not good.
yep.
So
I remember. I can switch it up. KGB will probably go cubby.
mhm
I know what he's going to try and do if I go stairs
mhm
and he goes cubby. He's going to do his best to just try and double me every round.
mhm.
And so I can position myself accordingly. He'll probably switch it up. I remember specifically a scrim that we played against him. He'll probably alternate between just doubling me from the bridge just directly or going around the stairs, depending on how I position myself. So I can, yeah, yeah,
Well, if he
that can
does
work.
go cubby, do we want to move you to top with Fox and have me play stairs and Bete cubby?
Um, I will just double KGB. Um, I mean,
Okay.
he'll double me, but I'll double him, so it'll cancel it out. Let's try our best to make it a 3-on-3, and I'm more than happy with that trade. So
Hello.
I think the best answer to a double is a double.
Yeah. Hang on. Sorry, I got a phone call. 1 second.
No problem.
Hello, Hannah. Okay. See you in a little bit. All right, I'm back. They're gonna be here in 6 minutes. So,
All right, man.
so what were you saying? Sorry, on that
Whereas,
last point.
I was just saying the best answer to a double is a double. So if he doubles me, I'll just double him straight
Okay.
up.
So, hypothetically, your stairs on, I don't know, I guess Moody, okay? And I'll be cubby on KGB. KGB's gonna throw one rocket at me and run straight at you. So, do you want me to try my best with LG, or
Just
just
position yourself so that your back is to stairs, if that makes sense.
okay? I'll do that.
Like, yeah, just do your best. And uh, if you if we have an issue, I will back off. Like, I'll kind of back off down the stairs just a little bit, so
Mhm.
that if he does decide to double, I at least have a little bit of space. I'll
Okay.
probably start off that way, because I know he'll try and double. So I'm just going to back off the stairs just a little bit and have that pillar kind of as a buffer.
Okay. So
And
can I ask why you don't want to play cubby straight up then, and just stay on him and just me?
um, I don't know. I mean, I could try that.
Okay.
I mean, we can start off with me stairs and you cubby, and then if we have like a couple of rough rounds, then
Mhm.
I we could definitely switch.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, that's that. Well, thanks for talking to me today, man. I'm gonna
yep.
head out.